Good morning, everyone. My name is Nancy Shuttleworth. I'm a business advisor with the Vermont Small Business Development Center. We commonly referred to as the SBDC, and I'm an advisor in southwestern Vermont. We have advisors that cover the whole state from the Massachusetts border up to the Northeast Kingdom. So the webinar today is e-commerce, the basics of selling products online. So this is not, it's just the basics, a high-level overview of some of the things that you can do if you have products or services that you want to sell online, promote online. This is not a deep dive into any of these platforms. It's just to bring a familiarity to people, small businesses, because I find that, most of the time, small business owners are not familiar with these products. And I work pretty exclusively with just small businesses. So one of the questions I get very frequently is, who does SBDC work with? And of course, we work with everyone, right? So we work with people that are starting businesses. We work with people that have existing businesses that are looking for growth strategies, marketing opportunities. We work with businesses that are expanding, whether it's a physical expansion or they're looking to add a new product or service to what they already have, and they want to know how that's going to impact their whole business from a financial perspective. I work with a lot of people that are buying businesses, and we also work with the college and student entrepreneurs because in college, many students, before they even get out of college, are starting businesses or even thinking about starting businesses. So I always have this slide in my webinars: ignoring online marketing is like opening a business but not telling anyone. So of course you not open a business and not tell anyone. So there's so many ways to promote your business online that are either free or no cost. So there's so many different things that you can do. So and small businesses should really take advantage of that. There is no magic bullet here, no silver bullet. Some of these things take time, or all of them take time and effort, and there's a learning curve. And it really sort of comes down to either for small business owners that don't have a lot of resources, either taking the time to learn it yourself or outsourcing it to somebody who can do it for you. But all small businesses need to take advantage of what's out there for online promotion. So what is e-commerce? The technical definitions is just buying and selling goods and services or transmitting funds basically over the internet. So it could be a business to business, it could be business to consumer, it could be consumer to consumer, or it could be consumer to business. I'd like to start right off by talking about what Americans look for in an online store, or even online, whether it's on social media. Product images really do count. In this little survey by BigCommerce, which is a e-commerce software platform, 78% said product images are important. So, and when we say product images, I see a lot of images online. We all shop online. We all buy things, and we're always looking. What does this product really look like? Does it? What are the specifications? How big is it? How much does it weigh? And what does it look like from all angles? And frequently, we all want to see this information. We want to know before we buy it. And frequently, I see these photos, and they're just, and it could be a beautiful pottery vase, and it's sitting, it's just, the picture was taken against a black or white background, and it doesn't really give you a sense of the scale of it. So just think about, using more of those lifestyle photos where the vase is maybe sitting on a table in a room, and the room has a nice colored wall, or there's a mirror on the wall, or something that gives people an idea of, oh, that's how the product could look in their house. So it's really important, because we all want to see these product images. They're really important. And it's important to have good photos. Product reviews are great as well, because we all buy online, and we're all reading reviews. So, we have to pay attention to those reviews as well. So we're going to talk about why sell online, showcasing your products with a business profile, showcasing your products with the Merchant Center, Google Merchant Center, and then selling online with Shopify. So this is not going to be, like I said, an in-depth dive. This is just an introduction and to get you familiar with some of these products. So why sell online? So because we know millions of people are looking at Google every day, right? They're looking at search, they're looking at newsfeed, they're watching videos, they're looking at social, they're checking Gmail. That's why we want to be where those people are. So we know that shopping online is on the rise. It's not anything new to any of us, especially over the last few years. But people are going online to check out those products before they even get to a store. And online shopping does drive visits to stores. And you may not have a retail store, but even if you don't, maybe you go to farmers markets, maybe you go to craft shows with your products, maybe you have shops that carry your products, but you don't sell it online. You can still promote those things online and say, hey, I'm going to be at these craft shows. I'm going to be at these farmers markets. Here's where you can find my products. So in the red there, your products need to be online, even if the sales are happening offline. That's an important thing to keep in mind. So according to Google, the average online shopping journey has over 140 touch points, which seems like a lot to me, but each touch point influences where people are buying and who they're buying it for. So this slide just looks at some of those touch points for US-based consumers, which could include the profile, the images, the shopping tab, shopping ads, which is a paid platform we'll talk about more, and places like Google Lens. So how do you do it? How do you get your products to appear on Google? The first place I like to start with small businesses is the Google Business Profile. For anyone who isn't familiar with the Google Business Profile, this will just be a quick overview. This is free, by the way. It really does stand out on Google Search and Maps. And again, it's free. This is a search results page for this business, Fisher Arts, art gallery in Vermont. The search results are on the left-hand side, the organic search, the Facebook, Instagram. And on the right-hand side, you see the Fisher Arts and the square box or the rectangle box with photos and hours and information, which is all information that she can upload and optimize. There you have a red line there to the products. So you can click, if you click on that products, you brought right to her site, and you can see more about those specific products. So more details. So once you claim your business profile, you can add the products. So that's just one example of a Google Business Profile. This is another example. This is another search results page. As you can see on the left-hand side, there's her Facebook, Instagram, and assorted articles about the business. And then on the right-hand side, you see that rectangle with her hours. She's got photos, is the map, and that red arrow that points to order, which brings you to her site where you can look at her products and order them. So it's another example of the Google business profile. So we have this resource located on our website under resources and marketing, and Elfie is going to put this link in the chat. Thank you, Elfie. And we created this PDF because it gives you all the information you need to know to sign up for the free Google Business listing. And by the way, when you sign up for it through Google, they will send you, they have to verify your business. They will send you a postcard, probably with a PIN number, which you will use to log into your Google Business profile. On this, there's also a link here for verifying your business, how to exactly go about it, a little video. And then after your verification is complete, you can, we have instructions and further information about optimizing your site. So meaning all the additional information and things to do and tips to create a really, really good business profile. So like I said, it's on our website. Elke's put it in the chat. So it's a PDF and with the live links. So it's accessible. So, but what about all the other places on Google where your products can surface? And we talk a lot about Google because it is the giant of search engines. So we really can't ignore that. So our next topic is the Google Merchant Center. And people use this to store their product information and make it available to people that are searching across different Google products. It's free and you don't need to advertise to add your products. So what is the Google Merchant Center? This is just an image of the homepage of the Google Merchant Center, where you would, click on to get started. So the Merchant Center, it's a free tool, and think of it as a single online dashboard where businesses can manage their products and their appearance across the Google e-commerce products, e-commerce platforms, and make changes to their online listings as needed. So you upload and maintain your product information. You can include pictures, pricing, and then push it out onto the various shopping searches. So you add your products in one place in the Merchant Center, and then these products are eligible to appear across various places across Google. So let's take a look at some of the places that you might see them. So the first is your products can appear on Google search results. Of course, if you have a website, your products and your website can appear on the search results anyway. But I have many people that say to me, why isn't my website showing in the search results? So there's a number of reasons for that, but think of this as another way to just push your website out into the Google world. This is a search results page of organic search results. If it is an ad, it would be identified as an ad, a paid ad, and it would say AD in bold text. This is just an organic result. It's got basic information, the title, description, and a link. You will also note that some of these organic listings have some other information in them. And it's like they're sort of jazzed up a little bit, you know? And you know, what it's called a rich snippet, and it really make your product stand out because it gives further details. As you see in that first organic line there, organic listing for buy loose leaf tea online, there's a star rating, there's 30 reviews, and there's actually a price. So that's additional information that you can actually get on your organic search results free. So this does get a little complicated and into the weeds. Usually, you know, people will go back and talk to their web developer about adding this specific type of markup to your website. But by having this additional information on your website and then pushing it out through the Merchant Center, people can see additional information about what you carry, what's available, and all those additional attributes. So the products from the Merchant Center can appear free in the shopping tab, not shopping ads, shopping tab for US searches. Yes, just not confuse it with the Google ads. If you see, this is a Google search results page, you see across under where I put in T, you have all images, maps, shopping. If you were to click on the shopping for the keyword tea, you might get a search results page that looks a little bit like this. So every time you search for something, anything, the same thing, every search results page is different. So you don't necessarily ever see the same thing twice. So this shopping page, shopping results page displays a product image and information. As you can see, there are different kinds of tea. So that's the shopping tab of the Merchant Center. Now, in any of your searches, there is where it says ads, ADS, buy tea online. Those are paid ads, but also look on the left there where that red arrow is. It says buy on Google and shopping cart icon. So if the bottom half of this page, that was the top half of the search results page. This is the bottom half of the search results page where it says buy on Google. I click on buy on Google and I get brought to another page that has a series of photos, images, and information about tea. If I click on one of these, any one of these boxes here that are advertising or promoting tea, it'll bring me to it would bring you right to a Gmail login. So they would say, I want to buy this. If you decide to buy it online, you can check right on Google, wherever you see that cart icon. Otherwise, you can check out on the seller's site. So it's easy to do this. You buy on Google, you place your order on Google, and it'll bring you right through. If most people have a Gmail account, you're going to need a Gmail account because that's sort of like the key to the kingdom here. If you've done any other, have any other business interactions with Google, and you're paying for anything, and they happen to have your credit information, credit card on file, then you would go right through, sign in Google account, and you would buy your gourmet loose tea. If you don't have your information in there, credit card, then you're going to have to add it. So let's go back on this line here where it says all shopping news, images, video, more. So images. So here's another place where your products can be promoted on the images. I don't know if many people use this, but it's a great place to look for products by using the image tab. But be careful of the ads, paid ads, which is what you're seeing over there on the far left, the ads. Those are paid ads. So you can start by visiting images.google.com, or you can go right here to images after you put in a search term, and just to see what shows up, all the great things that show up on the image tab. So when I scroll down, there was the top of the page. When I scroll down past the ads, I see the shopping tab images. So here's all the images and information that have been put into, many times into the Merchant Center and are pushed out onto the through the image tab. So another one is Google Lens, and I'm not sure if this is experimental still or not. I have it on my phone. It lets you search what you see. So you get it in the App Store. It's free, and it's great. It's like you take a picture of something. Say you're looking at a plant outside in your yard and you don't know what it is. You take a picture of it, and it'll give you some great information and suggestions on what it could be. So you can imagine what you could do with products in this way. If you're not sure about a product, what it is, where to get it. It's another way where your products can be pushed through the Merchant Center to Google Lens. So it's like using your phone's camera to search in a visual way. It's really actually a lot of fun. So it's free. I'd give it a try. So I just want to, say one last thing about the ads. Again, those are paid ads. And through the Merchant Center, people can advertise their products. You've most likely seen these shopping ads. They're more than text. They have a product, photo, title, price, and more information. So they can be used to promote that online and local inventory. In order to run these ads, one way to run them is through the Merchant Center. And you have to add all your products. Then you connect your Merchant Center to the Google Ads paid platform. So we are not going to get into Google Ads today. That would that's a whole nother webinar. But the Merchant Center is, for most people, most commonly known for its connection to this Google Shopping channel. And the retail marketing platform that falls under the greater Google Ads umbrella. So they require that you have up-to-date and optimized product information stored in the Google Merchant Center. Otherwise, you cannot push those paid ads out into the shopping channel. So now we've talked a little bit about all these places that your products can show. Here's a high-level overview of how the Merchant Center works. You'll start by creating a free account. Then you'll upload your pictures or products. And then the products can show across those Google channels. So it sounds easy, right? It's really not that hard. Takes a little work, takes some time, but it's an awesome resource. So this is the Google Merchant Center homepage. And so you would need to sign in and create an account. You're going to need a Gmail account. Again, if you already have a Gmail account, you could sign in with your Gmail account. And then it asks for information about your business, of course, the name of your business, where you're, your time zone, all that standard kind of information. This is the Merchant Center overview. Inside the Merchant Center admin page. It's an admin page, like the back end of where you make basically all the magic happen, right? So on the right-hand side there, you see 3 options. There are more options. This was I just took a screenshot of the top of the page, but you see there free product listings, shopping ads, buy on Google. There's some paragraph, detail information about each one of those options. It tells you what countries they're available in. If you are within this platform, you could click on one of those and get more information. On the left-hand side is your navigation running down that left-hand column. So you've got your orders. That's where you would see if anybody's made any orders. Have you fulfilled those orders? What orders are, what are the new orders? Then you have your products, which links to the area where you can add and manage your products, your items for sale. And then there's performance reports, of course, because this is Google and they love metrics. So you can see how well you're doing with lots of different metric numbers. There's also, they give you some marketing growth, suggestions for improving the product visibility and driving, more sales. They'll ask you for checkout options. Are people going to be checking out on your website? Where they go to buy it? Are they going to be selecting Google, buying it basically on Google or at your local stores? Sometimes, the customers can see your products in Google, but then, you can direct them where you don't let them buy them in your store online, but you say, well, here's my local place and you have to buy them here. So here's the product. I don't sell it online, but you know what? You can go over here and you can buy it. So, and you can change these options on your account at any time. It's all flexible. So when you add an individual product, you're going to enter the information into the Merchant Center. So you've got title, link, price. Those are required fields. There's optional fields as well. If you can have multiple sizes, multiple colors, many variants. You can add these products individually. If you add them individually, they have to be edited individually. Or you can add them, you can use a combination of, individual product uploads and a product feed. So the product feeds really make it easier if you have, dozens of products. And all a product feed is, it's just a file that contains all the information about the products that you want to show on Google. So, and they also offer you a template, whether it's in Google Docs or you can use Excel. And it has all the fields that are available. You would load your information into all those fields like a database, and then you would upload it into the Merchant Center. It just depends on how many products you have is really the key here. And then next, you can link your Merchant Center to third-party platforms. And you can simplify the process, the setup process. This can simplify the setup process for your Merchant Center account. Shopify is one option, and we'll talk about that in a minute, how it integrates with the Merchant Center. And you can add more tools and integrations and integrate other products. So once the Merchant Center is complete, your product can appear out on the search, of course, images, shopping tab, shopping ads. They would only show there if you're going to pay. and places like Google Lens. So this is what happens when you're in the Merchant Center. You can just put all your information in there and then push it out. And you control it in the Merchant Center. So Google offers lots of free options, and that's awesome. But there's still one important topic that we haven't really talked about, and that's how to actually sell the products on your own website. And many small businesses are using third-party e-commerce tools to promote their products and sell their products. And there's lots of things available, lots of platforms available. We will just talk a little bit about Shopify today. The Merchant Center offers an option to connect to Shopify and some other e-commerce platforms. So let's take a look at Shopify. And well, first, let me just say that there are many do-it-yourself e-commerce platforms. Shopify, BigCommerce, WooCommerce, and many others. All of these are e-commerce sites. You can do these all yourself if you so desire. My recommendation is always to set up for a free a trial account. You get a free week or two, and you can actually get into the product and drive it around, check it out, see if it's intuitive to you, see if it's going to work for what you do. That's really the best way to find out if that's going to be the product for you. So I found working with people sometimes on websites, there's some confusion about an e-commerce site versus a non-e-commerce site. But this right here is a Shopify site, which allows you to sell your products on your own personalized e-commerce site. This is a Vermont-based business. As you can see, it's just this is a screenshot of her homepage. It has her name up in the top left, some navigation, slow clothing for fast times. I think that's a great tagline. This is just, she created this website herself. And added, all of her information, in herself. It's just Shopify site. It looks very professional. It's easy to navigate. The pages load, quickly. So this is just a second page of her site where it's just showing, she created these categories: accessories, cotton, denim. And if you clicked into these categories, you'd find further information about her products. So this is a Shopify site. It looks like any site. So just one example of that. So Shopify is one e-commerce option. It easily integrates with the Merchant Center. Pretty easy to get started here with your free copy, free trial. Start your free trial. You just enter your email address. You don't need a credit card, and they'll give you 2 weeks so that you can tool around in it. Once you have an account with Shopify, you can log in from anywhere on any device because it's a cloud-based system. Once you set up your account and you get in there, even if it's a trial, they're going to start asking you a few questions to get to know more about your business. And you don't have to, you can just give them as much information as you want. They may, they probably will ask you what you're selling, what industry you're in, and, just general types of information to get started. Once you've created your account, you'll be logged into your admin section again. You see on the right-hand side, the setup guide, and it brings you through. It says 0 of 5 tasks to complete. So you have to, do the products, you have to find a theme. There are different design themes within Shopify, as there are with all website do-it-yourself packages, platforms. You add your domain name, you have to have a set of payments, you have to place a test order. So you can, really think of this admin section as like your control center for your website. And, you can, as you see on the left-hand side, you're going to have, products, you're going to add your products, it'll give you information about viewing and fulfilling orders. You could create email marketing campaigns. I mean, once you have emails in there and people have bought from you. And there's a lot of course, reports that you can see. You have to have a fill in payment delivery and pickup options, tax settings, terms of service, return policies. It's all requirements within Shopify to have all of these items. So when we talk about products on Shopify, we don't mean just physical products. They can be digital goods. They could be an online course. It could be a service that you offer. It doesn't always have to be a product. For this purpose, it's easier to explain what it would be like if you were adding a product. In this screen, that's where you would do it. You would, and you can see there that on the right-hand side, there's a title, there's a box for a description. You don't need to have every detail, but you need to, have a good description of your product, the name, relevant details about the product, things that people are going to want to know, maybe sizes, weight. And you would, the media there, add file. You want to make sure that you add your product images because, as I noted in the beginning, visuals are a key factor in whether a customer decides to make a purchase or not. So we want to have really good images. And then you add a price for your product as well. So this is just giving you a screenshot of where you'd be adding a single product. This is an example of a Shopify product that was added. You've got the name of the product, the price, how many you're going to buy. There is a description of what it is. There's and how wonderful it is, the sizes, and how it was made. So this is just this is what it would look like after you add that information. And then there's the photo. They've uploaded the photo. This is most recently I've seen for their standard prices. This is what it looked like. The more you pay, your online credit card rates go down. So more volume there. Now, I also notice when I'm in these trial, sometimes when I sign up for these trial offers just to see what they do offer, you can get a lot of deals too. In this case, they offered me 50% off. And that was just several weeks ago. So by trying out the platforms, it may get you a discount, which is a good thing. So I always like to mention this, abandoned carts because it's such a big topic in the e-commerce industry, and people track this very with much detail. So we always want to know why are people they get all the way to through the ordering process, and at the very last minute they just jump ship. So there's a lot of reasons. Here are some of them. costs being too high. They find out at the end that the shipping, the tax, the fees, just too much. So what some online retailers do is they just build in the shipping fee into the price of the product, and then voila, they say there's free shipping. But I think also that people want to know upfront in the ordering process what it is. I mean, I know we all order online, and I'm sure we've all experienced this, where we have to go all the way through to find out, are there extra fees? What is the shipping cost? So people want to know about that up front. The one that drives me absolutely crazy is the site wanted me to create, the second one there wanted me to create an account. So there's no option to check out as a guest. That just drives me crazy. So I just wanted to, just add this information. I'm not going to go through each one of them, but that checkout process is very, very important. It's always a good idea to buy a product on your own website, if you're selling on your website, and go through the complete process to understand what a customer would go through. So is the process, smooth? Is it confusing? Is it lacking information? Does it really give them everything they need to know before they click, order? And also look at it on a mobile device. Is it easy to buy your products on a mobile device? Is it easier to go through this ordering process and shopping cart on a mobile device? Because we know that, more than half of all searches start on mobile devices. So it's just a few things to keep in mind. So once we've got our Shopify going, we can connect it to Google. So Shopify allows you to connect with your customers, right straight through onto Google on your website, in store, a third-party platform, and social media channels. So it's really, Shopify is helping you manage the sales across all those channels. When you add Google as a sales channel, it'll sync in real time with your shopping account. You can make changes in either Google or Shopify, and it'll sync in all your channels. So this screenshot just shows you the information that Shopify will give you about syncing to Google. So to use the Shopify's Google channel, the Shopify store does need to meet a few requirements to sync with the Merchant Center. You have to have, of course, it has to be set up online and published. You have to have relevant payment and contact information, that you have to have a refund policy, terms of service, and you have to specify your countries and currencies where you're selling your products. And so it brings you right through the series of steps, and then, it says, yes, you've got it. Yes, you've got it. Check, 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 check. You're all set. And once the store requirements are met, then you can sync to your product feed. So again, obviously you need a Merchant Center account to do this. If you just say, yep, get started, and it'll bring you right through to the Merchant Center. If you don't have a Merchant Center, hopefully you've already set up your Merchant Center, but if you don't, then you can do it within this platform as well. So it will take you to that page to connect to your Merchant Center directly within the Google channel, and give you the option to set it up then. So the Merchant Center will import your existing product data from Shopify to the Merchant Center, and just automatically fetch what you have there. So you don't have to enter it twice, right? So it's free to show your products on Merchant Center. I just want to say that again. And this is just showing you the screenshot, how you connect with your Merchant Center account with Shopify. once your Shopify is complete and connected to the Google Merchant Center, then your products can appear and they're pushed out on those places like search, images, shopping, shopping tab, shopping ads if you're paying, and places like Google Lens and Shopify. So there is this really great, wonderful tool here that it's designed for people that are selling online or in store or both. You can access it right there on that link. It just provides, this is the screenshot of the page. You enter your website URL, and it provides an assessment of the website, such as, it evaluates, your product information, your store details, the website performance, and also how fast your site loads, and whether it's your site is mobile friendly. So it'll give you have to put in your email as well, and it'll give you a personalized report and site improvements, tips for making site improvements. If you just go to the site, there's a 3-minute video tutorial and how you can improve your retail website. And so it's g.co /grow my store. It's a great tool. I would have, everybody should check it out. And so that is it. Thank you for joining today. Elke, you can stop the recording. All right, I'm going to stop the recording. And if anybody has any questions, now would be the time. Still recording. Why is it still recording?